What's this? A ward of House for Toms wishes to enter the Dusk Vigil? You are aware that the ruins are infested with wild beasts and gods only know what else. Why, just the other day one of the convictors claimed to have seen a massive winged beast. Not a dragon, mind, but something altogether different. But far be it from me to deny an esteemed personage the opportunity to kill herself in new and exciting ways. Pray, go on ahead. So, and with that, welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV and the Dusk Vigil. To be clear from the onset, this is not my first time running this, because actually I did terrible there, so I want to show a proper run. Out of beasties. Don't run! Oh yeah. And there's our final boss, that Griffin. Teasing itself on for us. Pretty sure you can only progress if you actually get rid of a mob group, because that collapses certain paths. Like the snow here. There was actually a pit before that collapsed. Maladons. This one conveniently drops this lever we need to enter. And there is our first boss, the Towering Oliphant. I shouldn't have done... Yeah, down for the count is bad. Yeah, he seems to like our healer. So if you're a healer, be sure you're well healed. Nope, he runs me over. Was trying if I could body block that, but I doubt. Not doing perfect here. Okay. Don't need. Nope. And we have zombies of soldiers who lived here. Don't overextend, tank. Yeah, these zombie groups here in this room can easily swarm you if you're not careful. I read those properly later, okay? And more zombies. Damn it. Come on. Can't even read the journal in peace. They're standing up, people. Can't continue until you get them all down. Oh, there's a treasure chest, but I don't care right now. And there is Sir Helmerich, the commander of his fortress, and zombie boss here. Still unalive.
Not really. Pass.
Careful with the frozen winds here. They do damage. Oh god, you pull the hailstone sprites. But tank Dustward and you have a healer, be quick, because getting swamped here is not nice. I tried doing that as a tank before and it got me killed because my healer wasn't quick enough. Yeah, the sprites you definitely need to kill. You cannot outrun them or anything because they freeze these doors. Please kill the goblins. Another tease of a boss. Another open area with hailstone. Great! Disconnect! Hope we don't miss the boss. But we probably will. Yeah. I guess I cut you the boss sequence from the old one in, okay? In the disconnect. Anyway, here's the gargoyle, griffin, the Opinicus, Wings of Winter. Not the bad one, but not the really bad one. Whirling Girl, that is the bad one. There you need to hide from the center of the room. Behind this rubble. Because otherwise you're pulled into that whirlwind and are stunned. And from time to time he clears the rubble and brings... Then after a while new stuff falls. Yeah, Winterwind collapses the old one and new rubble falls from the ceiling. Will it go? Somehow got away. And that's the boss. Oh, you did good. Nah. Okay. So Dusk Vigil. Time to turn the quest. Do you have it, Mr. Serenia? Yes, there's no mistaking it. At last, it is ours once more. My parents presented this sapphire to me on my wedding day, as my wife and I presented it to your Helmeric on his. One day, they would do the same for their son. But for the disgrace of an inquisitor, suspicion of heresy, what rot! He knew what he wanted from the start. By the time I secured her release, they had interrogated her for days. She was a shadow of her former self. But the final insult, the final twisting of a knife, was when my son took command at the Dusk Vigil and found the ice rondel to be the centerpiece of a newly commissioned sculpture of a fury. He couldn't prove it was the selfsame one that had vanished, but oh, he knew. But no more. No more. It is back with the family, where it belongs. It is, admittedly, hollow comfort, yet in my waning years I must accept what little that can be had. Yeah, that is why he sent us there, for that stone at the statue at the end. And with this we unlocked the flight ability for the Western Highlands, and... yeah. Also, there was the diary entries over the second part of a dungeon. So, let's look into those. I screenshotted them, more or less. So, to whoever reads this, if there's anyone left to read, let it be known that I, Sir Pascalaret Njotele, bore witness to Dalamut's fall. The lesser moon's descent, the black doom which emerged from within, the flames which spread across the horizon, turning night to day. It shall haunt me for the rest of my days. It is the dawn of the 7th Umbral era, according to some of the men. I told them to put no stock in the ravings of prophetess, but even I do not know what to believe anymore. The engineers are still surveying the damage, but anyone with eyes can tell that the Dusk Vigil is beyond repair. Some walls are hardly fit to be called such, piles of crumbling masonry that they are. The officers have been pleading with Sir Helmeric, asking him to order withdrawal. He knows our position is untenable, yet he refuses. We will hold it to the last, for we are the shields on the wall, the defenders of the Holy See, he says. He's a brave, pious man. Less so we who serve under him. The men we rescued from the collapsed ring have not fared well. Given our dwindling supplies and the seemingly endless blizzard, we may be forced to make a difficult decision soon. The unseasonable weather grows worse with every passing day, and the toll it has taken on morale is plain. We have yet to receive reinforcements from the Holy See, and I fear none shall come. Nonetheless, Sir Euhelmeric remains steadfast in his decision, and will suffer no talk of withdrawal. Sir Euhelmeric's steward tells me he passes hours in the chapel praying to the Fury for guidance, but I chanced to see him once as he knelt before the statue. His eyes were transfixed upon the jewel in its helmet, and he was whispering things I dare not write. Sir Euhelmeric has taken me into his confidence. He says I'm an honest man. I wish I were a braver one. The mutiny has been quelled. Among the starving, half-mad knights were Sir Euhelmeric's most trusted officers. He wielded the axe himself. Sir Euhelmeric received me in the chapel afterwards. I told him we will not last a fortnight without food. He smiled and told me that the Fury has blessed us with a bounty of fresh meat, then returned to his prayers. I joined him. O Halone, pray forgive your humble servant. For too long have I let fear rule my heart, and in my cowardice have I been party to unspeakable acts. I know now I shall never see my children again, nor would I want them to look upon their father's face, and what it has become. I am outside her grace. And this is what the story of this knight tells. Of a seventh Umbral calamity, how the endless snowstorms didn't stop here in the Western Highlands, how the knights wanted to flee, but their commander, transfixed upon the jewel of his family, didn't wish to abandon what probably in his madness he perceived to be his wife or something like that. And so he killed them all and cannibalized the people who rebelled against him. Pretty nasty and tragic, really. So, but that's it for this episode, and yeah, next time we continue into Dravania. Until then, I'm Mace, and don't get lost.